みきちゃん、こんにちは。マリアちゃん、ヤッホー。なんでヤッホーヤッホーって何田中くん、こんにちは。
ようマリア。
山田さん、こんにちは。
マリアさん、チュワッス。
チワッスなにわかんない。どういう意味こんにちはじゃないのわかんない。ねえ、今、こんにちはって言った？私たちのこと友達だと思ってないのかな？こんにちは。Welcome back to the channel. Did you know that こんにちは isn't the only way to say hello in Japanese? In fact, it might not even be the most common greeting depending on the situation. Today, we're going to break down different type of greetings in Japanese, from polite to casual, quiet bows, and anime-style slangs. Let's get started. First up, the classic こんにちは. こんにちは means hello.Good afternoon. It's a standard midday greeting, but be careful, you shouldn't use this to your friends or people that you know well. Think of konnichiwa like good afternoon in English. It's polite and safe, but not warm and close. So here's the thing, in Japanese we say konnichiwa, but when we write like this, not like this.A lot of people think this one is the correct one. However, that's a mistake. This one is the correct one. The secret lies in the origin of the word konnichiwa. It's actually shortened sentence. Long ago, people would say things like こんにちは、お日柄もよく。こんにちは、ご機嫌いかがですか? Over time, the rest of the sentence got dropped and the beginning stacked around. So, the wa in konnichiwa is actually the particle wa, not the sound wa. That's why it's written ha but pronounced wa. Pretty cool, right? And guess what? Konbanwa works exactly the same. It comes from longer greetings like こんばんは、ご機嫌いかがですか? こんばんは、ご機嫌いかがですか? So why do people still write with konnichiwa? Well, especially in text or in social media, people write konnichiwa because it looks cuter and it feels friendlier. Some even shorten it more. Some people say konnichiwa, other people say chiwa. Just remember, in proper writing or formal, it should always be konnichiwa and konbanwa. Now, here's something very interesting. In English, we say hi, hello all the time. To strangers, to the cashier, to random people on the street. And it's kind of automatic, right? But in Japanese, it doesn't work like that. You don't say konnichiwa to strangers randomly passing by. It would feel kinda weird and awkward. Japanese greetings are more relationship-based. You usually only greet people you know, co-workers and classmates, neighbors, if you actually see them often, staff when entering an office or a store. So, while in English, we might smile and go, hey, how it's going? In Japan, it's more like, I won't disturb your peace unless we're connected somehow. Why? Because Japanese culture values non-intrusiveness, group awareness, and reading the atmosphere. So saying konnichiwa randomly on the train or even hotels, yeah, maybe
bombastic side eye.
not a good idea. So if you're walking through Shibuya and no one says hello to you, don't worry, you're not being ignored. That's just normal social distance in Japan. However, once you're part of the group though, like a school, a team, or a job, you will be greeted every day, maybe even more than once. Let's say you're meeting with your friend. Do you still use konnichiwa? Not really. Konnichiwa sounds distant and overly formal in casual relationships. Okay, so this next section is for advanced learners because some Japanese greetings aren't even Japanese words. They're just sounds. Yeah, sounds. Welcome to Japanese. Let me show you what I mean. In casual, everyday Japanese, especially among friends or in anime, you'll hear greetings like yeah. Yeah is like hey in English. Not super common among adults, but you will hear a lot in anime or manga now and then. Yeah, genki? 元気だよ. Yo. It's short, snappy, and mostly used by guys. It's basically the Japanese version of yo. Yo, 久しぶりだな. 久しぶり. おっす os, slangy and masculine. You'll hear this from tough characters or martial arts style animation. To be honest, I was not really a big fan of Dragon Ball, but I think Goku used to say os a lot. Like os, ore Goku, if I'm not wrong. I don't know. Maybe not, but I think he says os, ore Goku.
I checked after this and yes, he does say os.
os, 今日も頑張ろうぜ。os, 今日も頑張ろう。久しぶり。久しぶり。Long time no see. Use this when you meet someone after a while. あ、マリアちゃん久しぶり。ミキちゃん久しぶり。Yes, just That's it. You're walking through Shibuya and suddenly you see your friend. It's like, oh, hey. Use this with anyone in spontaneous encounters. So actually I have a funny story. So one time I walked into a Japanese store here in Barcelona and I was actually wearing a hat, sunglasses, so they couldn't tell if I was Japanese or not. And of course the staff weren't sure if I was Japanese, so they spoke to me in Spanish. But I answered back in Japanese. So basically it was like, ah, 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 So basically we had a whole conversation just using no verbs, no noun, just Just moral of the story, is powerful. Or it's like, hey. Sometimes sounds a bit dramatic or comedic. It's like, what's up in English. This one is really chill and used among guys. But be careful, this can be way too casual for most of the situations. ういっす is actually short of おっす, which comes from お疲れ様です. But it's slangier than おっす. It can mean hey, yo, and also thank you for your hard work. But very informal. ちわす, a funny casual construction of こんにちは plus す. Often used by delivery people, store clerks, or comedians. どうも. Just どうも, it can mean different things. Hey, hey there, thanks. Even excuse me, depend how you say it. In comedy shows, people enter and say どうも. Okay, now let's get into some silly and fun greetings you could hear in animes or daily life. Yahoo! It's super casual and very cute greeting, mostly used by girls. Yahoo! 田中くん久しぶり. Oh. お疲れ. お疲れ means good job or you must be tired. Used all the time when someone finished work or a project, meeting, or just a long day. お疲れ様です。おっつー。When you're in formal settings, workplace, customer services, or meeting someone for the first time, these greetings are the key. はじめまして means nice to meet you. Only say it once when you're meeting someone for the first time. お世話になっております This is a business phrase. Literally means thank you for your continued support. Also, if you're calling or emailing someone in a professional setting, say this first. And here's something a lot of people find surprising. Sometimes you don't even need words. Japanese people often greet with Yes, in Japan, we don't say hello to strangers. Instead, we just bow. That's it. No words, just a soft nod. A small bow, a quiet acknowledgement. I call it the silent greeting. Passing someone in the hallway. Seeing your neighbor in the elevator. Entering a room. We just bow and it's still very polite. This is very Japanese. It shows respect without being loud and intrusive. We call this kind of politeness hikaeme, which means reserved, modest. So while in other countries we wave and say hi loudly, in Japan we just bow. We often let the bow and the atmosphere do the talking. Isn't used nearly as much as you expect from a literal translation of
hello.
In fact, there are many times that Japanese people don't use konnichiwa. Konnichiwa sounds distant and overly formal in casual relationships. When not to say konnichiwa? Number 1, in the morning. Say ohayo or ohayo gozaimasu in the morning. Konnichiwa is only used around 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Number 2, when you meet someone that you know well. Number 3, at work or school. They greet with お疲れ様です。よろしくお願いします。In many workplaces and schools, people don't use konnichiwa at all. Number 4, to strangers on the street. As I mentioned in the video, we don't really say konnichiwa to people that we don't know on the streets. It feels a bit awkward or weird. And last one, number 5. When a staff says いらっしゃいませ, you don't need to reply to them, but just to show respect, you just bow slightly. Okay, that was a lot of hellos. And we didn't even cover goodbyes. That's gonna be another video, I guess. And now we know that Japanese greetings change depending on the situations, and that's what makes them fun and meaningful. Next time you say おはようございます or even just a remember, you're doing more than saying hello. You're saying, I respect this moment between us. So tell me, which Japanese greeting do you use the most? Do you like more the casual ones like Yahoo, or you prefer the formal ones like お疲れ様でした? Comment below and like if you learned something new today, and subscribe if you love learning Japanese. お疲れ様でした。じゃあまたね